Hey Ryan, can you let me know if you can hear me? Perfect, perfect. Would you mind sharing? Oh, you can't share in that other. Okay. Now they're coming. Okay. Let me put this back up in the tripod. Spin this around. So I'm going to stay zoomed out a little bit for right now. Well, crap, I guess I got to get me back to the live here. Give me a second to get over my technical difficulties. Jeff, ignore this coming through. I'm sending you a message. I just needed to be able to click off of that link. Okay. Okay, we're back. Sharon. Hey, Daniel. And Ryan again. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm just going through and cleaning these up. Right now, these look like it's pretty clean, actually. So far, these look like they're all rhyolite, except for one. This has a little opal in it, but I don't think it's anything. But what I've been seeing, I saw 3 others that did this, that went for the high-end bag, and man, they knocked it out of the park. So this has some opal in it. I can't see color on it right now, but we'll look for color at the end. But they really got some fine stuff. I'm just putting the rhyolite up here on this top of this bucket. A little piece of obsidian. I'm trying not to waste too much time on the stuff that's not opal. And that's rhyolite obsidian. Mix. That's got common opal in it. It doesn't have anything else. I mean, what I saw from Wisconsin Rock Stalker, from Alan Earth to Elegance, and from Brian and Julie, man, they were getting some chunks of precious opal out. Some big chunks. And so this does have, I do see a little color in here. We'll zoom in at the end and look at that. But this does have some color right here. Not a very thick piece of opal there. That's just your nebula obsidian. Okay. So I've got about 4 pieces of, well, 5 pieces of opal. I found color in, one of them. And I have to pause for just a second. When I sat down at this angle, I saw a ball bearing that I lost about a week ago that fell out, and so I lost one of my marbles. Let me grab that. A bucket underneath here, but that's just obsidian. That looks like it's got some opal in it. That may have opal. That's common opal. We'll scrub it to make sure there's not some precious opal in there. There's some opal. And that's got some color in it. I'm gonna clean it off. This is another, that was another piece of opal. So, well, hey, Cheryl. Sharon, I think I said hi to you. I can't do too many things at once. It looks like common opal. I'm going to take this and throw it all down in here and so this has some opal in it, and I can see some color right there. Again, we'll take a closer look at the end. I'm tossing all my opal in that bucket right there. This has opal right here, but it looks like it's common. I'm going to throw it there for now. That has a seam of opal in them. Oh, and it's got color too. So I didn't see any of that when I was putting it in before I rinsed it off. So as Brian said in his video, that's important to do. That one's going to need to be busted up. That may have opal inside it. Maybe I'll get me a Jerry Brian combo where they teamed up and got Jerry a really nice piece of opal. Maybe something like that will be inside. We'll see. So this is all just rhyolite. Gotta scrub that puppy. Okay. That's obsidian. That's not anything. I'm going to pull this over here. Looky there, I overlooked that. Opal. Okay. Hey, Fred. Hi, Alan. Yeah, this is the pay dirt bag I ordered after I saw you open yours. And then ended up being the one that won the that nugget, not nugget, the chunk of opal that they had on their giveaway. So I hope all the luck didn't run out doing that. So this is common opal here, and it doesn't have any precious in it. Same That looks like the same there. This has precious opal and I can see some color in it. Again, we'll do a close-up at the end. Right now I'm just making my first pass through these. So this is a chunk of opal. It's white, but I don't see any color in it. This has some opal in it. It looks like it's broken up. It does have color, but that looked like that came out of like it filled in a geode pocket, like one of those little little nuggets. I don't know what you call them. Or at least I can't think of it right now. So this obsidian from their place makes some nice cabs. I hadn't tumbled it, I don't think yet, but it does make some nice cabs. Nigel, thank you. Duh. Stage fright. We'll call it stage fright. Okay, here's an opal with a lot of color, and it's not real thick and wide, but it, I mean, definitely can get something out of that. So, okay, that's some opal there, and here I don't see color in it right away, but we'll look at it at the end. Okay. Man, this appears to just be rocks. I'm not really getting the dirt, which is just fine with me. Toss this in here. Definitely need to be sure and give it a washing off. Here's one of those nodules. It was a bigger one that I was talking about, that common opal, or that opal was in before. That one isn't showing anything. I need a little bit more water here. I'm in the garage because it's raining outside, so. But today I had time to do this, so that's why we're doing it. Okay, I see opal in there. Didn't see any color right away. But this is just triage right here. Definitely hadn't hit on any big chunks like I've seen in the other buckets, but we're about 2/3 of the way into it right now. And sometimes you find it hidden in that rhyolite or obsidian. I'm not finding much of that either. See, there's another nodule. It feels heavy. It's going to be interesting to cut that and see. Okay. I can see some precious opal in the second layer there. Okay. Little rhyolite. Man, I'm hoping all the obsidian sunk to the bottom of that bag. Not obsidian. Sorry, all the opal sunk to the bottom of that bag. Common opal. I mean, that's just common opal there. Okay. Oh, dump some on the ground. We're in the home stretch here. That's the end of it. I got to pick up a few things off the ground that fell. I dumped out of the bag. There's a little piece of opal that doesn't. We'll have to wet it to see if it's got color. Okay. Now there's some opal. It's not a very big piece, but it does have color in it. Well, I'm losing hope on getting a big chunk of opal here. There's another nodule that had opal in it. It does have color. Here's a piece right here that's got a band of color in it, nice color actually. Okay, there's more color showing up now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There's junk in there. Piece of opal. Nobody's chatting. Fire them up there, Lonnie. Now that's opal, but that doesn't look like their opal. I don't know how that got in there. That looks like black opal. Or, I mean, it's crystal opal. It's clear and purple. And that's just common opal there. Well, that leaves the little stuff here. I know there's some pieces in there. But they're little pieces. So that's opal. That's opal, both had color. Again, we're going to take a look at the opal close up at the end here. It's a little piece. Must have missed that one when I was searching. That was too big for the to get through that classifier. These are really small chips. I mean, there is a little bit of opal in there. I think in all fairness, I need to go through this one more time. I'll dump this bucket back into the water and search back through in case I missed something. I might have missed something. Oh, I don't want to dump that in there. But it's common. There's a little piece. Can't do anything with it. That piece is popping with color, but it's about a 1/4 inch. And so there's not a lot you can really do with it. I guess you could do anyway. Alan, I mean, it looked like you got some bigger pieces. Well, and Jerry and Brian. Let's dump this back in and give it another go here. I'm gonna do this so I don't splash my iPad. So I know I missed some because I just saw these. But let's see here. Again, some of this could hold opal inside, but that's hit or miss. So that's a double nodule right there. But, you know, every once in a while you'll find something in a nodule. Again, their obsidian's really nice. I've cabbed some of that up. Let's scrub this a little better. It does have common opal. And jelly opal, I think they call it. Not jelly. I'm going to toss this in with the other opal because it looks good, but I didn't see any color. This may have something in it. We'll clean that up better. If I'm doing something wrong, somebody let me know. But you know, I've been out to the mine. I know what the opal looks like, and this is not all muddy rock. In fact, I had very little dirt in there. And the bag was sealed, so it wasn't like it fell out in the mail, even though they tried to make it fall out. I'm trying to make there be opal there. There's not. That's common. Need to scrub that. It's got a little bit of opal on it. Yeah, Beth, you're right. Without the good light, it's hard to pick up on that. But you can definitely tell the difference between the common opal and the precious opal. I mean, it's just an opaque. where the other kind of looks like it's transparent, and really you want it to look like a porcelain from what I've seen. Again, I'm no expert on this. See, that is common opal there. And it is all opaque. No. We'll look at the end and see if it was, if it was worth it. I keep looking at that, wanting to make something out of it, but it's just as opaque as it can be, and there's no color. There was one good piece that I saw that I missed. It was down in this part of the bucket. I'll scrub that a little bit more. There's a little bit in there, not much at all that you can see. Maybe there's some buried. That's common opal. I'm tossing the stuff back in the classifier if it looks like it needs to be. If it needs to be scrubbed so I can tell. But we'll see here. You can't always see the color from the outside. I've had a piece of their material that it didn't really show color, and I cut into it a little bit, and it was popping with color. So this is opaque, but it's still porcelain-y looking. So we're going to put it over there, give it a closer look. And I keep seeing this piece over here. I'm going to throw it in the bucket. It keeps fooling me every time I look up. That'll make a nice cab right there. It's a little bit of precious opal right in there, but the rest of it's common opal. Here's that piece. Maybe it's not. It could be that piece that I saw. It looks like a saw scrap. It's cut. Definitely been cut on that side and cut on this side and this side. Little bitty piece of precious opal there. I don't think it can be processed for anything but an inlay. Let's clean that a little bit better. That's common opal, real light. Clean that better. So there's a little bitty piece of opal right along there. Clean that one better. That has potential, but I couldn't tell if it was precious or not. You know what? I think I'm blocking the view on everybody. I was getting into my work there. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just going through and checking it careful. The rocks are cleaned off well. Scrub that a little more. Same with that. Uh-oh. Lonnie, I did see some pretty opal in here. It's got a little piece of precious opal on it. A little bitty 1/8" piece right there. And that is all common opal, I think. It's kind of light, so it may not be. So that's getting close to precious opal. I'm going to clean it a little better. That's got some potential. I want to clean it better. And these are little chips. That has precious opal in a little band in there. So it's definitely worth going back and taking another look. That is what appears to be precious opal. It's got just a little bitty piece. Oh man, I threw my trash in there. So you see me throw more in there in the bucket as I've gone back through. Some of it's what I've found, and some of it is close. It's close, and I want to do a double check on it. That first time I was going through with my eyes all big looking for those big honking chunks like I had seen in the other boxes with multiple color bands and stuff like that in it. And I haven't noticed that yet. I mean, we'll go back through that, and again, this is just triage right here. Separating out the definite nose, and there's a little baby piece right there on my hand that's going to fall through the strainer. I'm not putting that in. See, now there's a piece of precious opal that I missed. Again, that first round I was looking real hard for those big old multicolor bar pieces of opal. get this hat off here. If it doesn't blind everybody with my bald head, at least you'll be able to see better. We'll eliminate the bill part of that. So I have a pretty good pile to go through. Yeah, I totally missed this right here, which is precious opal. I don't see any color in it, but like Beth said earlier, you know, it doesn't always show under shop light, LED light kind of situations. I think I'm down to little chips now. I don't think I could do anything with those if I did find opal in them. Okay. So let's scrub these last few up, and then we'll zoom in and have a look a little closer. That is not opal, not precious opal. That's close, but it isn't there. That's just that highlight opal. Just for all that. Not happening there either. I'll throw that one in, but it looks like common opal. Same with that. Okay, so I'm not going to do this last little bit here. I mean, I see some little chips in there, but I can't do anything with them really. And so, what we'll do is, We'll just do that right there. There's that piece of purple. Okay. Let's give this a good going through now. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. You want a treat? Hey, careful. Okay, I'm going to zoom in over this area so everybody can see. Ooh, I got to dry my hand. Beep, beep, move. So I got a couple of rocks on the floor I'm gonna double check on. And that's common. Okay, we're gonna see what we got. Tell you what, I'll put them in here. Let's see it, zooming in now. Sorry, I hope nobody gets sick with me doing that. Okay. So we got this obsidian that definitely has some opal in it. It's about a ½ inch deep. It has color. I mean, it has, you can see bars going through it, but can't see the color. And so that may be something that you pick up in the sunlight. And as you go in, it might have more color. So we'll set that one in the investigate further file. So this has it has some opal in it. This opal is, let's call that 1 inch across. This right here is about 2 inches wide. It's about 1/8 of an inch deep, I believe. Hard to tell for sure because it just looks like it's coating this common opal right here. And so, but you can see some color in there. Can someone comment and let me know if they can see the color? I'm trying to see as well if you can see that in there. It definitely has some color in there. And I think that something can be done with that, a triplet or something. Okay, so that's a keeper. Now here, there's a little piece of opal here. And there's some opal right here in a pocket that appears common. This up here appears precious. I'm not seeing color bars on it. I got 3 lights shining down on me right here that are all within 3 feet. Doesn't mean that they would display color because of the type of lights that they are. There's nothing, I don't think, that beats the good old sunlight. But that is about a 1/2 inch wide by, yeah, almost a 1/4 inch wide. And it's about a 1/16 of an inch deep. So that's how much room there is to, if there is color in there. And there could be something in that other section. So this has got some precious opal in this busted nodule. And come out of there. I'm trying to get in the frame here, and I'm not looking. I'm not looking through the camera, so. Working on it. Sorry about that, guys. Let me stand up here. So this has color in through here that I'm not seeing when I look through my phone. So there's also a potential that this continues running around the inside of this. You know, the thing to do is to grind this shell off right here, and it could be that's covered with opal in there. Who knows? But so I'm going to say that one more time. It could be that, because I wasn't in frame, it could be that this opal runs all the way around, because you can't really see what's behind this clear opal. So it could be that there's a huge chunk in there. I'll have to grind this surface off to find out. Okay, if we can't see this color here, we're going to have to quit. Yeah, we can see it. We can see it. So this does have a nice color bar, but it's broken up on top, so it's kind of going through where the color is. I think something can be harvested out of that. I know for sure that it's about an inch wide here by an inch wide here, and I would give it an 1/8 to 3/16 deep. But I believe that there's a very nice piece can be made out of that one right there. I'm trying to see what I was seeing on this one. I don't. I mean, I saw these little bitty seeds and wanted to take a second look at them, but they're not precious opal. And that might have been one of those where I threw my junk in the wrong bucket. So this has that, I think they call it highlight opal, right there. It's a little nodule. I mean, it has opal, and it could have precious opal inside, but definitely don't see it. And because of that, I'm going to put that in the scrap pile, and I'll go through the scrap pile and cut a lot of that stuff to see. So this right here looks like precious opal. I'm not seeing color in it, which is not alarming because of, again, the lighting. It looks like it's turning to common opal up here, but to really find out, I'm going to have to go in and cut behind that and see. So I'm going to keep that in the keeper pile. This does have some chunks of opal in it, or a chunk of opal in it. Here, this is about 2 inches wide by 2 inches at this end, and 3/4 of an inch at that end. It's about, maybe 1/4 of an inch deep, up to almost a 1/2 inch on this side. Now, I'm not seeing color on that. But again, that's no cause to toss this in the scrap bucket. We need to look at it in the sunlight. And it is raining out here today. So this has a little 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch piece, or actually 1/4 by 1/4 of precious opal there. It could run a little deeper, but it doesn't appear to. Whoops. Let me grab that right quick. So, dadgummit dog here. So I put this in because of this little piece of precious opal. That's a 1/16 of an inch wide by a 1/2 inch. Oops, get that in focus. As far as the depth, it doesn't look very deep. I'll put it over here. I mean, well, that is precious opal. So. I mean, this is precious opal right here, or is the right material for that. I can't see the color in it, which is the difference between common and precious opal. So, but again, the lighting. So there's a piece right here that has potential. I don't see any color bars in there, or any bars at all. I got to get it in frame, sorry. That may be one right at the end of my thumbnail, but I'm not seeing color on that. Let me wet this again here. But we are seeing it here. So this has got a chunk on it. That's 1 1/4 inches tall, 1 1/4 inches wide, and about 3/4 of an inch deep. Beef stew sounds good, Lonnie. Here, I'm seeing color in this pink area. In that one bar. And so, so that here it goes back a 1/2 inch. by an inch wide. And I just picked up color. I just picked up color about where my thumbnail is at on that ledge. So that's what I was saying. You can't see that color bar looking at it like that, but when I turned it and the light hit it right, I can see a little red flash in there. This has a little bit of red, and the color bar is fairly thick. It's for Spencer's that I've seen. This is about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch thick. It's that pink bar right there that you can hopefully see the color in. So here's some more what appears to be precious opal. But I'm not seeing any color in it, so that would make it common opal if it doesn't have it. But here you're looking at 1.5 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch tall, and then in the center here it goes back about 3/4 of an inch. So but sometimes you have to cut a little bit of the face off or grind a little of the face off to really see that. So this right here, this was the one that kept fooling me, and it does not, that is not precious opal. That is common opal. This one it has just an opally look to it, but it doesn't have the opal, the white opal or pink opal that they have out there, and so that's not that one goes into rejects. I put this in here because of this band right here. It's real dark. It almost looks porcelain, but I want to look at it in the sunlight to be sure. So I was hoping on this one that was going to be good precious opal, but it's not. I don't see any color bars in there at all. I mean, there's a potential that in some of these little nodules that there could be something, but I'm going to keep that in the keep pile because maybe it'll pop in the sun. Okay, we got another piece right here. It looks like it's got bars running through it. I can't see the color, again, the lighting. This needs to be checked in the sunlight. So we're looking at 1.5 inches, 1/4 of an inch deep, and 1/2 an inch wide. That was one of my missed throws there. Oh, I saw some color here. You see that purple in there? So there's precious opal that runs right along here. Don't know how far it runs back in there, but what I can see is 3/4 of an inch by 1/4 of an inch tall and can't tell how deep it is. Right here, it's a 1/16 of an inch or less. But that definitely has some potential. And again, grinding the shell off of this might reveal that that's solid under there. But, you know, that's, I may be being too positive or maybe being too hopeful about that. This right here is all opal. It's all busted up. It may have bars in it. If it's any good, if it is precious opal, it'll be hard to get some pieces out of it because it's a bunch of little pieces like you see here, little 1/16 to 1/8 inch wide pieces. But, you know, that all can change as you grind into it. So, not seeing color, but I'm keeping my hopes up. We're going to see some color here. This right here is 1.5 inches wide, and I got JJ hair all over me. 1.5 inches wide, 1/4 inch here, 1/2 inch on this side. I see one color bar right now. It appears to be almost a 1/16 of an inch thick with a lot of color in it. And I hope y'all can see that color in there. This is a nice piece right here. And hopefully it continues to run back behind this. So I'm seeing about, I'll give that 3/8 of an inch on that end and 1/8, maybe to 1/4 on this other end. So just trying to let y'all know what I'm giving you some measurements, trying to let you know what I'm seeing, trying to help convey that. So this looks to be precious opal. I can't see the color. I'm gonna have to do a sunlight check on that one. And this is all opal. There's clearly a band or bar running through here. I can't see color. I hope to see it in the sunlight. But this is a little over 3/4 of an inch that way. It's 1 inch and 1.25 inches that way. And it's a solid 3/4 of an inch thick. I hope this one holds some really pretty color in it. This one is a small piece. It is 1/2 inch wide, 1/4 inch deep, 1/4 inch tall. It's not showing color. Hopefully in the sunlight it will. And this is that saw scrap that I talked about. You can see that that's clearly been cut on that side. Clearly been cut on that side. It's got the little bump on it even. And clearly been cut on that side. So this right here is just saw scrap that's in there. Maybe there's color in it, but I mean, it looks like they harvested the good part out of it. This has opal in it, a lot of fractures in it. I'm not seeing color. But I need to, about to meet up with Rick, huh? Tell Sir Rick I said hi. So I'm going to keep that to check it in the sunlight. This is a little bitty piece. You can tell by my fingers. I've been grinding boulder opal, so my fingernails are brown. I can't see any bars. That's a 1/2 inch. That's a 3/16 of an inch. And what I can see is about a 3/16 deep. And I'm not seeing color. Getting a battery warning. Didn't mean to bump you there. I'm just gonna plug in right quick. Okay, so thank you, Jeff. So this has got a little strip of opal, 1/16 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch tall and about almost an inch wide. I do not see any bars in it. You know what? I'm gonna grab, let me grab something right quick. Because I just did see some opal in there. And I saw some color. Yeah, on this bag right here, they should give you quite a bit more than one piece of opal, I think. So right along here, you can see some red. There is a color bar that runs in that darker opal area, which makes this about 1/4 of an inch tall. I can't tell about the depth. I don't see the bar at this end, but I did see color right along there. And so I got high hopes for that one. Yeah, I mean, with their regular pay dirt, I feel like you should get at least one good piece. Now this right here, we're gonna see some color. There's some color. I got wax on that. There's color right in here. I'm trying to get it to pick up on the camera. I can see it coming in a little bit. There's some color right in here. I think that's pink opal there. You can see the color bars that I was talking about. These are just bars for now. This is a color bar. I can see green in here. It's less than a 32nd of an inch thick, which is not uncommon with their opal, and that's why they do a lot of doublets and triplets with it. I can see that color bar turning the corner and coming all the way around here. So for size, 3/4 of an inch this way, looking at 1.5 inches, and the height of this, I'm going with 3/4 of an inch. It appears there may be a second color bar. No, that's the same one. That's the same one. So, again, the sunlight, I need to get it in the sunlight to tell for sure. On this one, I saw a little strip of opal here. It's not much. Across there is 1/8 of an inch. Across here is a 1/16 of an inch. I'll give that an inch wide and an 1/8 inch tall. I do see a bar, and I don't know if you can see a green flash right at the edge of the tweezers here, but there's a little color bar runs right along there. Be hard to harvest something out of that, but Maybe it runs deeper. So this right here looks like one of my, where I tossed a piece of junk in there. Same with this. I did that a few times. I hope y'all got a good kick out of that. So, I mean, I was looking, I mean, I was almost, you know, in a trance wanting to see that good opal. That was just common. So this I say because of this right here. Man, it's an 1/8 inch wide, tall. It is a 1/2 inch wide, maybe 5/8, and have no idea how deep. I don't see any bars running through it, but we'll check it in the sunlight. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of my junk there. So here's another piece here. I see different bars. I see color in this one. And so there's a bar here and a bar here. Oh, well, let me get in frame. I'm sorry. There's a bar here and a bar here. I don't see any color in this, but it does look like it's fractured. But something pretty interesting here is when I turn it over, it comes all the way through. So we're looking at 1 inch deep, 1.5 inches wide, and 1 inch tall. So if that's not all fractured in there, that's potentially a really nice piece of opal, especially if there's a second bar there. Now this color bar up here is thin, but that's common with the Spencer opal. So I don't know why I put that in there, but 1/8 of an inch wide by a 1/2 inch, 3/8 rather, by 1/16 deep. So I don't see any color bars. I don't know what maybe that's color bars. Don't know what you might could do with it if you only have that little piece to work with, but there's not a lot. I saved this because of the clear opal here. Yeah, you got that right, Lonnie. I don't think that I have gotten near what I've seen the other 3 people get, which, you know, it's pay dirt. But I was really hoping to get quite a bit of usable material. I wanted to do some videos with them. So this is that clear opal. I think they call it highlight opal. There may be something behind that, but I can't see it. I'm going to put it there because, like I said, I'm going to cut and grind on that a little bit. So now we're getting down to small pieces. And this does have a little opal here, though no color is evident under these lights. This is a fair chunk here. This is 3/4 of an inch wide, 5/8 tall, and I'll give it 3/4 of an inch deep. That's kind of generous, but I do see a bar here, but it looks like it goes and breaks off right here. So this could be fractured, but you know, you just gotta get in and try it out and see what happens. That was one of my rejects, and another reject, and another reject. That was when I dropped all that little stuff in there. This right here, I can't use it for anything. It's a 1/16 wide, 3/8 tall, and a sliver you know, less than a 1/16 deep. And so, I mean, there's really nothing I can make with that. I did not see color also. Now, I do see some color in this. Let me re-wet that down. So here we're looking at a piece that's a 1/2 inch tall, 3/4 inches wide, and 3/8 deep. I do see bands through here, and I'm seeing occasional flashes of color, and y'all might see them too if I keep it in a frame there. But there's, you know, it's not crazy flashed. You can see some green right there off the top. But there is a little bit. I mean, you could work and get something out of that. This has a little band of opal, a 1/16 of an inch wide. It could be about 1/8 of an inch deep here. And here, I'm going to give that a 1/2 of an inch that way. Again, I don't see the color in it. But we'll double check it under the sunlight. That's a chip. I see some color in that chip, but it looks kind of like a screw. There's no way, I don't think that I can get anything out of it. Oops, wrong bucket. That's some of the stuff that I threw in there by mistake. Then again, there's this piece of purple I've run across a couple of times. I do not think they have that out at their mine, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's a crystal opal. It looks like it's lightning ridge is what it kind of looks like to me. But definitely going to put that in here. And I could definitely make a triplet out of that. I got a piece here that's an 1/8 inch wide or deep, 3/4 wide, and 3/4 wide, and I'll give it a 1/2 inch tall. I can't see color in it. And then I got another piece here that's a 1/4 inch tall, 7/8 wide, about a 1/4 inch, 1/8 to a 1/4 thick. I don't see bars. Well, what are you growling about? I don't see bars. Yeah, there is some color in that. There is some color. I'm gonna see if I can show that. It's right along here. Yeah, it's a little higher than I said. Right along here. So, I mean, I got one more little piece that is showing color that's, you know, if you try, you can get something out of that. But it's just a little sliver. And so that takes us through the box. And y'all saw what I got. A lot of it has got to be checked in the sun. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. A lot of this has to be checked in the sun And so, you know, you can make your own judgment. That was a $300 box. Whoops. And the dog treat didn't come with it. That was a $300 bag of pay dirt. I really don't feel like I got what the other people have been getting. But I'll let Spencer Opal, you know, if they happen to see this, they can decide if that's, you know, what they intended for their bags to be. So I'm not going to say one way or the other. I will say that I'm not going to order another one of these bags. And so I was fortunate enough that supposedly, well, not supposedly, I did win what they say has been valued at a $1,500 opal. It's a chunk of opal. So I'm still waiting on that to come in the mail. I'm sure it'll come. No worries there. Yeah, Beth, I agree. And JJ, do you need some opal? I agree. I don't, you know, like I said, I don't plan on buying another bag. Perhaps they'll see this and maybe it didn't fit what they expect from this bag. I do have to say that I ordered a regular pay dirt bag and I didn't get any precious opal at all, and I've cut it all up. And so I have that opal here. I dumped it out of that Blue Bunny bucket, and I have that here, and I plan on talking to him on the phone about that. And so, but I mean, it shows a lot of bars. I have taken it out in the brightest sun, and it just didn't show. So I don't want to knock them. They've been very good to me. They have been, they're wonderful people to work with. But I'll let you draw your own conclusion on that, what you think about the pay dirt. If they do something, I'll definitely follow up and let you know. But for me, other than winning the drawing, I'd have to say I didn't think it was worth it. But anyhow, that's my opinion. And so we're going to wrap it up for now. And I will be showing when the, yeah, you know, I tend to agree, Beth. But I'm not going to knock them. You know, this may have been a mistake. Mistakes happen. And, you know, especially the more people, more hands that get in, that could happen. So, you know, I'll let them decide and, you know, and I'm going to reach out to them. But anyhow, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure and give it a like on the way out if you don't mind. And we will catch y'all on the next one. So until then, y'all take care.